may be explicit language in today's episode. Viewer discretion is advised.
Damn it.
You couldn't even see Dom.
Yes. They're back. And
Little bro, glasses.
wait, we'll do something. Let's see if Nathaniel and I can time this right with the logo. Wait. There.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
Bam.
Teamwork.
Joe's back.
Teamwork. Yeah, Joe's actually mic'd up for the Borough Tailgate Talks. His first appearance was on episode 9, and this is episode 9, so he's making his Tailgate Talks debut. No. There.
Well, I'm gonna get there. It's gonna take a while.
Oh, it's gonna take him a while.
Yeah, I guess we should probably just get started.
Yeah, because we gotta get it
oh,
going.
Oh, they teased us!
No!
As soon as he got in
This close-up is weird.
Oh no! My time's up. I gotta go.
This
No.
close-up is weird. Yeah, I don't like.
Joe so dirty.
Yeah, you can go ahead and go back to the. Yeah, there we go.
Now he's gone.
No, Joe. No.
No, not mine.
No. You have to at least come on camera one time.
I thought I was. I was on camera.
No.
Show it.
I'm not talking until Joe comes
We're
behind us.
striking.
We're striking.
Wow, a bunch of content creators striking. It's almost like this is happening in another part of the country right now.
No, go back to the Y. There.
Joe!
There's Joe. The logo's covering his
Tailgate Talks.
Joe is
Okay.
Tailgate Talks.
Joe has made his appearance on Tailgate Talks. There you go.
First
All right.
and only. Ever. Okay, I'm done.
He'll be back on Failgate.
I took it and I threw it on the ground.
Joe will be back for Failgate again. Shocker.
Whenever that
Well,
comes out.
I was gonna say that he's in another one that you guys just haven't seen yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Chris Joe. You want to take this one?
I'd love to.
Okay.
The second best defensive tackle in the NFL, Chris Jones, signed with a 5-year extension for $158.8 million, with $95 million guaranteed.
I put essentially in parentheses for that because it's like, there's all kinds of like veteran bonuses and
Performance bonuses, end of the season, all that type of stuff.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it's a base of like $60 million guaranteed, and then that full $95 million goes into effect next year if he's still on the roster.
Okay.
So that's the way that works. $31.8 million per year on average, which is slightly higher than Aaron Donald's contract average, which was at 31.7. So they did a real good job of just making him the highest paid interior defensive lineman in NFL history. His 2024 cap hit is only $7.4 million, meaning that, as I said on my new Twitter, thank you, Twitter, you're genuinely such a joy to work with.
No, X.
Yeah, Elon's gonna sue you.
Cap hit of $7.4 million in 2024, which means that my Chiefs three-peat prediction is looking more and more likely by the day.
The money they are paying Chris Jones, I think he's worth every single dollar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He's something.
He has earned
something
every
else.
single dollar of that contract.
Oh yeah, It's
Absolutely.
money well spent.
Yeah.
I just remembered I'm chewing gum.
Which I think that's wonderful for the people in the back.
What if I just took out my gum and just threw it and stuck it on the left?
I still can't
Just
get over
leave
the
it there
fact
for
that
the
I was sitting
entire
there
episode.
Yeah.
Be more impressive than the paper toss ball, to be honest with
Way
you.
more impressive.
Way
definitely.
more impressive.
Way more. Yeah, which by the way, we're now logging when somebody swears, so then I remember
It's
when.
a lot easier to edit that
Yeah.
way.
Oh, still, I can't. For some reason, I don't care for my close-up. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it's when my hair gets longer. I don't know. But we actually log when I have to bleep something out, or if there's something interesting, so then it makes my job a lot easier. Because, Lord, there were so many bleeps last week. Do you gentlemen have something to say about that?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No
I was
recollection.
only responsible for like one of them.
I was also responsible.
I was responsible for the very first one, and it was a complete accident.
It was a complete accident.
I think all of
It
us.
was because my internet crashed. I
We were
rejoined the
talking-
call, and all I hear is into the pounding box I go.
Because we were talking about the debate.
Oh yeah.
Me and Mike
Yeah,
were talking about.
it'll happen eventually.
Yeah,
It'll happen
yeah,
eventually.
not this week though. But we were talking about the debate, and me and Mike were talking like we should totally like get like dress up in suits, and I was like, yeah, man. He's like, are you for real down? I'm like, yeah, I'm down. And then it took me a second to realize it. And then I just got up. I'm like, ah. So yeah, I was responsible. It was like probably 3 minutes into the show.
It might have been record time.
Yeah,
It was record time. It was record time.
It was incredible.
But yeah, so it's logged every time somebody says something. So there we go. All right, time to get to some hockey news.
Trump went on there and just swore.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. If Joe's not mic'd and he swears, what does that mean?
Got it.
Log that. My notebook's right there. Log it. What time he said that. All right, 6. We gotta go.
The next one.
Next one.
I'm excited for this.
Jay
one,
Gensel
actually.
is gone from the Penguins. He's been traded.
Haley's
Yes.
giving thumbs
Haley's-
down.
Yes, he
Speaking
is.
of pens, Mike's
It's
wearing
not
his
that. It's
Yep, my new-
majestic Yager t-shirt.
My new Yamir Yager t-shirt.
It's
There we go.
really not that bad of a trade. On
No,
the Pittsburgh
but
end.
this is what my first impression of this was at first, though. For the future, could be good for the Pens.
Yeah.
But for the rest of the year, log this.
Yeah, well, run it back to back. This year has just been anyway, and
Log that too.
We'll get to it
You
later.
know what? Go ahead.
I mean, we'll get to it. We'll get to it later. Like, it's bad. So yeah, Mike, you can go ahead and continue. Try and cover up some of our pain by discussing what we received for
I mean,
Gensel.
no, man, because
Nah,
I'm okay
man.
with it. I mean, I'm not. Yeah, obviously, it sucks to see Gensel go. He's been
He's been our top offensive guy for years. He's been insane
for years. But with what we received, I really dug deep into it. I looked.
We got back.
Yeah, I mean, I watched Michael Bunting play juniors in the OHL for the Sioux. He's always I hated him, by the way.
Yeah.
Because
We can definitely hear you.
I watched Michael Bunting play juniors. He's always been he was like one of the better players on that Sioux roster when the year they were the best team in the OHL. So he's I told them when this trade broke that I think Michael Bunting's gonna fill in the Gensel role.
Not immediately, because he's not
He hasn't been a prominent goal scorer,
Yeah.
but he's a facilitator. He's a big time facilitator and he's played for 3 or 4 different teams. I want to say the Pens are his 5th team.
Well, if there's one thing that the Pens offense hasn't been this year, it's been facilitated.
Not at all. So I think I think Bunting's going to fill that facilitator role for the Pens pretty well, especially next season. Yeah. And the prospect, I really looked into the prospects.
I have no idea how you say these names.
That's why I don't really want to say them.
Yeah. Just look them up.
Vasily Ponomarev.
That's not bad. That
No,
wasn't a
that's
bad.
what I would've
That wasn't a bad try. That wasn't a bad try.
I'm going to guess Vili Kuovinen.
Yeah, I was going to
Okay.
say Koivunen, something
And
like
Cruz.
Cruz Lucius.
that. And then
you
2 conditional picks.
The picks I liked. The picks
I do like.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
one
picks
of
I
the
Picks
liked.
I really do like.
But here's the thing though. Carolina could win the cup, so it's
I know, but dude,
Well,
either
that's
way,
why they
2
traded
first-
for Gensel in the first place.
yeah.
And even though Carolina could win the cup, that's still 2 first-round picks
Yeah.
this
Yeah, we
year.
have 2 firsts this year.
And maybe you never know what's going to happen with the draft lottery because that could go either way.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it was in McDavid's draft year when the Sabres were a heavy favorite to win it. Then Edmonton won it, And yeah,
Well, okay. I mean, Alex, what did I say last year? I said we need to start preparing post-Crosby era.
Yeah.
100%.
With these picks,
He could still play another 7-8 seasons, but
yeah, with these picks that the Pens have, including obviously their normal pick this year and then the pick they got from the Gensel trade, you got to start this now.
yeah.
You have to start this now. Crosby still has some gas left in the tank.
Definitely.
We gotta
Malkin doesn't.
He doesn't look. He just looks old.
Yeah.
That Columbus game was pretty good, but that's like
Yeah.
a once in 40 games kind of thing for him
Yeah,
right
he just
now.
doesn't look good. He looks
I
old.
mean, that goal
He
was a
doesn't-
howitzer. I mean, it was
Yeah.
also perfect time,
Oh,
perfect place.
I mean, dude, if he puts one on net, he can score. We know he's.
It
he
was
can
also
score.
perfect time, perfect place. Though they were trying to center that to get a surge going, and it just kind of
Yeah.
went right off Rusty's skate. Or
Oh,
no, not
and
Rust, but someone else.
the-
Straight off his skate.
Carolina also received defenseman
Ty
Ty Smith, that's the other
So,
one I can remember.
yeah.
Like going back, just real quick, going back to the post Crosby era.
Yeah.
That's why I like the prospects. I looked into them. I can't remember exactly.
Holy cow! I'm sorry. I'm
Which-
just looking at the Christian Wilkins deal.
Yeah, that broke when we got here.
I can't remember exactly which, like who's playing where. I mean, they're both playing. One of them's in the AHL. Then the other ones are playing either. I want to say Finland and Slovakia.
Ooh,
I want to say
juicy. We'll get to that later.
it's gonna be
the
gonna
AP
be
poll just
interesting.
came out for college basketball.
North Carolina at the 4. But yeah, I really like the prospects.
Yeah.
If you look at the numbers that they've been putting up, they're all young.
Oh yeah.
I think they're all. It's like in junior hockey. When you turn 18, you can get into that entry draft,
Right.
and then
yeah.
you can stay playing with your junior team, with your rights being owned by that NHL team that drafted you, and that's kind of the case for these prospects. 2 of them at least. Like they're still playing, they're playing juniors, or something like that. Pretty solid numbers that those guys put up. I think they're gonna move up the ranks. We're not gonna notice it. Honestly, in 5 years, they could be one of the best players the Penguins have ever seen. I'm not gonna remember that they came from the Gensel trade.
Yeah, probably.
Not at all.
That's pretty much what happens with Pirates trades when.
I didn't even know Swinski came from the Frazier trade until
that
he
ain't-
was started
Well,
came
even,
to
even with hockey and baseball, just like guys getting like pulled up and stuff.
pulled
like that.
up, moved down.
Like guys like
Yeah.
from the cup runs, like Murray, Sheary, guys like that came up with Sully from Wilkes-Barre.
Yeah, baseball is really weird about that too because you can get drafted to one team when you turn 18, but then
Yeah.
you can decide to stay in college and then get drafted again
Yeah,
when you finish college. It's the way these drafts go are really weird.
facts.
Really
Yeah.
weird.
Which, real quick, speaking about baseball, Paul Skeens is going to start in the minors. We'll talk about that later. That's not shocking. It's just a matter of where he'll start.
Yeah.
It'll obviously either be Altoona or Indianapolis. So we'll
Go
see.
Curve.
Go Curve.
Go Seawolves.
Yeah. Go Otters.
Go Otters.
Go Otters. Go Liberty Flames.
Clinch the playoff berth.
Clinch the playoff berth for the first time since 2017.
Let's go, baby.
time.
Let's go,
go.
baby.
Let's
Let's
go,
go.
Otters.
Let's
Yes,
go.
sir.
Let's go. You know what? Also, let's go Buccos.
Let's go, Buccos. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Buccos. And you know what? Let's go Raiders.
Let's go Raiders.
Yeah. NFL free agency is really active so
Yes.
far with some
Yeah.
really, really weird deals.
And yes, we will get to Russell Wilson.
There was a couple that
Isn't
dropped
Christian
before.
Wilkins like 30?
I think so.
Dude, he's a beast.
He is a beast.
He's a beast.
But because we're at 13, we'll and there's a lot of NFL stuff.
Yeah.
And we have time to talk about Russ. We should just blow through this.
Yeah.
So you're the NFL guy. Go ahead.
All right, NFL free agency signings so far. Christian Wilkins, Las Vegas Raiders, 4-year, $110 million, 87 3/4 guaranteed. Yeah, cool. Next. Bills receiver Gabe Davis, 3-year deal. Don't know why. Can't really get open that often. Titans, Tony Pollard, 3 years worth $24 million. I'm a Titans fan. Cool.
Whoa!
Will
Time
Levis
out.
gonna be
Time
good.
out. Packers to sign Josh Jacobs.
Dude, this is crazy.
Packers just signed Josh Jacobs. They also just cut David Bakhtiari. But yeah, Tony Pollard and
They
Tyjae
cut
Spears.
David Bakhtiari.
They saved like $20 million. He's played like 7 games in the past 4
I know,
seasons.
but when he plays, he's the best. He's the best tackle in football.
But yeah, Tony
God.
Pollard and Tyjae Spears could be a pretty nice running back duo. DeAndre Swift, also 3 years, $24 million to Chicago. The Colts locked in Michael Pittman on a 3-year deal worth $70 million. I believe like 40-something mil guaranteed.
This next one, baby.
It's actually less than I said, but I did say it was going to be somewhere in this ballpark. Baker Mayfield stays with Tampa 3 years, $100 million, $50 million fully guaranteed. So, and then obviously the Josh Jacobs one. I don't know if any details are about that one yet.
I didn't see any details. Just look it up. All right. Yes, as it was about 11:30 to midnight or I guess technically this morning, Russell Wilson expected to sign with the Pittsburgh Steelers on a 1-year deal. Here we go. More quarterback talk with the Steelers.
More
real.
talk about the Steelers.
I'll start off by saying it is too early to tell who the starting quarterback will be. It could go either way.
It's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out.
It could go either way.
Because a lot of people are really thinking that Russ isn't as good anymore just because he wasn't in a very good. I mean, the Broncos have some really good skill players over there, but I don't think Russ was used to his full potential. I don't think the offensive system that he was used playing
properly
in,
at all.
I don't think he was used properly. I don't think that the system that he was playing in over there was any good.
Yeah, right. But I mean,
I have a hard time believing with the contract he has right now that he's going anywhere to be the backup. So, like,
yeah, but
I assume part of his confidence in signing with the Steelers was assuming that he at least had a really good chance of being the starter.
I think also, too, if it's a 1-year deal, there's a good chance that
Trade him away for picks.
That too.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Yeah, I realized it fell down my string.
But yeah, so I think
My God, now.
If it's a 1-year deal, I
Like
feel
it
like
now,
too
or-
that Russ will. Like you said, he's expecting to have a chance to be the starter. But I feel like he also, if it's a 1-year deal, he realizes that there's a chance it's not guaranteed.
yeah.
It's not a guarantee for either one to be. It's going to be a battle. People think it's a sure guarantee thing right now. You don't know how hard both guys are working right now. You don't know how they're going to be playing in camp. So. Log it!
Log it!
Log it! Log it! Log it!
That's like 6 minutes in the penalty box. Go get your mic fixed.
So that means he comes back at 2:26. Oh my God.
It's like in every episode.
We need to have a scoreboard.
We do.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so Russ is expected to be signing. Obviously, he can't sign anything until the start of the new league year, which is this Wednesday, March 13th, which is when this episode will be coming out. He is expected to take the veteran minimum on the 1-year deal. So kind of like I said in our group chat earlier today, this seems like a 1-year prove-it deal, and if Russ balls out, gets them to a deep playoff run, then he probably stays the starter, and they have another year to figure out the contract situation. If he doesn't, but he's not bad, then maybe you keep him for the second year since it's basically a second free year. Let him mentor Kenny a little bit more, see if Kenny does well in year 4, and then you let Kenny walk. You know, it's kind of a pretty good situation for the Steelers.
Well, here's the thing too. You don't know what's going to happen though. Anything could
No,
happen.
yeah.
I mean, hell. It's going to sound ridiculous considering people don't know about practice and everything, but like Kenny could beat him out. But
he could. That's
there's
always
a chance.
possibility.
There's a chance he
That's
could beat
always
him
a
out.
possibility.
So that's why I'm saying that it's just it's a never say never. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and I told them in our chat earlier. I said I think this is what's going to happen. Kenny will either beat out Russ, or Kenny will be good in camp, not better than last year, but Russ will just be better.
Yeah, I think those are probably the likely.
I don't think Kenny's going to be as bad as he was last year under Matt Canada. I think he'll be improved because it seems like he's been working with Arthur Smith already. So I think this is a win-win for Kenny regardless if he starts or not.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're sitting behind a former Super Bowl champion. Oh no.
Yeah. So
It's a win-win.
unfortunate.
If you because you hate Kenny, newsflash, it's win-win unless Kenny absolutely bombs in camp.
Yeah.
Oh no. So it's win-win for Kenny. So
is.
Now, real quick, what time is it now?
2:20. He's got 2 more minutes.
He's got 2 more minutes. All right, we can talk about this, and then when he comes back, we can start talking about college basketball. Now, I think with Russ coming to Pittsburgh, which by the way, it's still pretty cool for me to see Russ mentor Kenny.
Yeah, I think that's pretty sick.
That's pretty cool. So we'll see. Bottom line, Kenny, unless he bombs, Kenny's not in trouble.
Yeah.
There we go. At least not right now. So it's just a wait and see. Just like what we've been saying. We got to wait until...
All season and off season.
We literally have been saying this since, December? Nobody knows about Kenny until next season. So just wait until then, and then bitch on Twitter.
Yeah.
Log! We can start saying log now. All right. Now here's the question now. Where's Mason Rudolph going to go? Because that's a for sure thing he's gone.
Yeah,
He's gone.
He's not going to stay.
He's not gonna
stay.
And no, he's not going to be QB3.
I'm trying to think. So it's basically going to be what teams
Vikings.
don't draft Caleb, Drake, May, Jaden Daniels, or JJ McCarthy because his draft stock is skyrocketing.
Prediction. For Mason Rudolph, I'm going to go with Minnesota. Minnesota!
I think they're going to be retaining Kirk.
Really? You don't think he's going to go to Atlanta?
I can't remember if I saw that online or not.
Dom,
Anyway.
you think Kirk's going to go to Atlanta? No?
So I think Mason could end up. I think the biggest spots Mason could land are currently, like Denver, Vegas.
Oh yeah, Denver does need that too. Yeah.
Denver,
Russ is
Vegas,
gone.
something like that.
But
If he does end up being a high quality backup, then maybe the Jets or something like that.
Mhm.
Chicago.
yeah, we can see it. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, so we'll. Don's just going in circles in the studio. But yeah, bottom line, guys, just wait until camp. There's still going to be a competition, whether you hate Kenny or like Kenny.
Time's up. Did you say it again?
Jesus. Yeah, so if you hate or like Kenny, doesn't matter. You have to wait until camp to see who the starter is. It's not a for sure thing for now. Okay, college basketball.
Yeah, wait, AP poll.
Yeah, AP
Do this
poll.
real quick.
Yeah, we'll do the AP poll, and then we'll talk about the Pet Panthers.
We'll just go through all of them real quick. Slow down the video if you need to hear them slower, or just look it up yourself. Jesus. 1 to 25. Houston, UConn, Purdue, North Carolina, Tennessee, Arizona, Iowa State, Creighton, Kentucky, Marquette, Duke, Auburn, Illinois, Baylor, South Carolina, Kansas, Gonzaga, Utah State. Kansas only dropped 2 spots after getting beat by like 40, which is hilarious. Utah State, Alabama, BYU, St. Mary's, Washington State, Nevada, Dayton, and Texas Tech. So there's your top 25. UNC jumps up to number 4.
He's back, baby!
And then Duke drops down to 11.
Imagine. I was gonna do it, but I can't. I don't think I can.
What?
I was gonna come behind it and then it's like lift myself over it and just like land like that. But I don't think I can do that.
All right, so here we go. Pitt held off NC State's rally because, Pitt almost pitted up to get the double bye in the ACC tournament. They won 81-73. For NC State, Jaden Taylor, he had 28 points. He was balling. He could not. The 3-ball was crazy in the second half.
Yeah.
It was crazy in the second half. And
That's
of course,
a really solid game
yeah,
to win for Pitt.
yeah, and of course Blake Himpson, his last game at the Pete, 21 points. I'll be interested to see. I do think I think he'll get drafted. I don't know. Probably in the later rounds,
Yeah.
but as long as Filipowski doesn't get drafted, I don't care.
Kyle
We'll get to that game in a second.
That's a really, but honestly, that is a huge game.
That is a big
to
one.
win if you're Pitt, because
Oh, yeah, sure.
NC State is not a bad basketball team.
No, they're
Like,
not bad. They're not great, but they're not bad.
They were competing with UNC last week.
I mean, yeah, they really were.
Obviously, UNC is
I'm gonna flip this.
a very good basketball team, considering Armando Bacot is not that good at basketball anymore. I mean, he's a good basketball player, but not living up to the way he used to be.
First try.
No, definitely. Mondo's definitely not what he used to be.
Yeah, no. But yeah, so by the looks of it, though I don't agree with it, by the looks of it, Pitt needs to at least win one game in the ACC tournament to make the NCAA tournament.
It's all about those quad one. It's literally just the reason you're not the reason you're not in it already is because of your quad one record.
Yeah.
And that's a big way the committee likes to look at things. Like the quad one wins versus the quad two wins and all that.
Yeah.
Pretty solid in quad two.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure who those games were, but the quad one, it's just the quad one wins that are hurting me right now.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But
However, if you were, what is Pitt, 4th place, 5th place in the ACC?
I think, yeah.
Because
Then
if
it
they're
probably goes UNC, Duke, somebody, Pitt.
or like if they're like a 4th or 5th place team in like, but what are they? 20, 22 and.
20.
I know they're like 21 and 22 and 11. Does that sound right?
They might be 21 and 10.
21 and 10. If you're a 21 and 10 team in the Big
21
Ten
and
or the SEC or the Big East,
I mean,
even the Big 12,
miss the Big
it just makes
East.
I feel like that just makes everything so much different.
Yeah. it
So
does.
much different.
I'm putting-
Because you have UNC and Duke pretty much just like carrying the
Yeah,
ACC.
I mean, pretty much.
So 21 and 11 under them doesn't look as good
Yeah.
as 21 and 11 in another conference. But I'm still pretty confident that they'll make the tournament.
And then I don't think it's
I think
You're definitely going to have to make a decent run in the ACC tournament.
I
No doubt
think
about
they
that.
will
They
though.
hope- because they got the double bye. I think they at least have to win at least one.
I think they.
And
I
maybe like a
think they
few
will.
teams have to. Now, do you think if Pitt loses, do you think they still have a chance if like a few teams lose? A few
There
teams
is a
would have
chance
to
that they
lose.
get in because they're right on
They're like.
in the pre-tournament bracket that I was looking
This
at.
is
They're
Pitt.
right on the bubble.
This is the tournament. If they lose, they're like.
They're like as on the bubble.
They're like
It's a
that.
You're guaranteed the NIT though.
NIT champs.
Guaranteed.
Let's
the
go.
NIT.
NIT champs, baby.
Listen, when we sucked last year, we said we were too good for the NIT. So
Did UNC even make the tournament last year?
no, they got an invitation to the NIT and declined it.
No, I really think
That's right.
I was mad about that.
even with a loss, I feel like that record has something to say.
Yeah.
Because you're looking at. There's so many 64 teams if you count the play-in games, then 72 teams.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, because there's 4 play-in games. Yep. So 72 teams.
Yeah.
You're looking at get an opportunity to play in the tournament.
Why are you scrolling past all of my stuff?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure how
Yep.
I'm not really sure how it gets how teams get seeded and stuff because you see teams coming in at a 12 seed that you've never heard of before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I'm not sure how it's conference tournament winners and everything else is just at large bids. I honestly think with a Pitt loss, I think there is a chance that they get in with an at large bid.
Yeah, for sure. UNC, talk now.
What a game!
UNC walked into Duke, won 84-79, as I said during the AP poll at the beginning, to jump up to number 4 in the country, winning the ACC outright in the regular season, meaning they are the top seed in the ACC tournament. This game looked like it was going to be really, really ugly to start. It was 21-6.
Yeah, the 21-6 run was insane.
Early.
Who won the ACC last year?
By Duke.
Probably Duke.
Duke, yeah, because UNC had a down year.
That was Coach K's last season.
Yeah, it was. So, UNC came out really hot, 21-6 run. Cormac Ryan had an absolute monster game. The freaking grad transfer from Stanford, 31 points, 2 rebounds, and assists. 8 for 12 on field goals and 9 for 10 on free throws Saturday
huge.
night. Huge. A couple of them were late in the game, too, when Duke was just fouling them up to stop the clock. It was, really, really clutch.
I think free throws are probably one of the most important aspects of college
Yeah.
basketball. Because, like, if you watch college basketball, if you watch a lot of college basketball, you know that college basketball is just a game of scoring runs.
Yeah.
Back and forth scoring runs. Like, you see it all the time. That's
do.
just, it's literally like UConn, even UConn this past weekend came out to a slow start.
Yeah.
Really slow start. I think it played Providence. I believe they played Providence. Really slow start. I want to say they were down at half. I think they were down 9 at half. Ended up winning the game, and that's like all you really need to say. Like the better team's never out of the game in college basketball.
Other guys had great games. Super under. Seth Trimble has my underrated performer of the game. Actually, super good defensive game. Was all over the court all night. Harrison Ingram was big inside. He's kind of our big guy because Baycott didn't do anything on Saturday night.
It's been very quiet this
Harrison
season.
Ingram, yeah, he was big inside. 14 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, a little double-double for him there. RJ Davis and Armando Baycott were both relatively quiet. They combined for 18 points, 10 rebounds. Baycott did have 8 of those rebounds and 3 assists. But that was the goal going into the game. Hubert Davis said that their goal was to get rebounds and play aggressive, and that's pretty much what they did. Duke was not. If you watch the highlights from the first 10 minutes of the game, Duke just was not willing to get under the net with UNC when they were on offense. UNC was playing such good defense, and the coverage was incredible. Tyrese Proctor and Jared McCain are both pretty good scorers from outside especially, and they had zero room to shoot. UNC was playing smothering defense in the first half especially. And shocker, the big white guy in Kyle Filipowski's soft and doesn't like getting touched a lot, so he was covered up.
I'm not to remember that one.
Yeah.
No,
they were getting violent with him though, and you could tell he was having some PTSD to the court storming incident against Wake Forest or something because he was not a fan of getting bumped around a whole lot. So
Wake Forest, not a bad basketball team.
not a bad basketball team at all.
Pretty
If you can't
solid
tell, I
basketball
hate
team.
Kyle Filipowski.
I can't stand him either.
Yeah.
He's a big baby.
Oh, he was complaining so hard too. They were all over him. They were hitting him. They were bumping him. Yeah, it was great. I loved it.
That's all you need in college basketball. Just a lot of those guys don't.
Oh
like
my
aggressive
God! Kirk
play.
Cousins has agreed to terms with the Falcons on a 4-year deal.
Why?
Whoa!
Dang!
Whoa!
Content!
Whoa! Content!
Content.
Let's go!
Let's go! All right. You know
Oh,
what?
jeez. Hey, you want to talk about the tournament?
Oh, yeah, I'll blow by this.
Yeah, blow through the tournament.
Let's see how well Richie and I can work together on this. All right, so ACC tournament will start this Tuesday? Yeah, this
Today?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow, yeah. First round,
Or yesterday.
Yeah, we're looking at yesterday. Sorry, yesterday. We're looking at Notre Dame versus Georgia Tech, NC State versus Louisville, Boston College taking on Miami, so that'll cap off that day. And then this Wednesday, today, Virginia Tech versus Florida State, Wake Forest taking on the winner of Notre Dame and Georgia Tech, Syracuse takes on the winner of NC State and Louisville, Clemson takes on the winner of Boston College and Miami, and then this Thursday, tomorrow, North Carolina versus the Wednesday noon winner. Pitt will take on the Wednesday 2:30 winner, and then Duke will take on the winner of the 7 p.m. Winner, and then Virginia will take on the 9:30 Wednesday winner, and then the obviously semis and whatever after that.
Pitt getting the 4 seed in the ACC.
Yeah.
It's huge. That's another thing. That's huge.
Yeah, let's get it. So do we want to talk about the Pens, or do we want to talk about Kirk Cousins real quick?
Let's
There's
just
no
rip through.
details on Kirk. So.
Nothing.
There's no details.
4-year
Talk-
deal with the Falcons.
Yeah.
Any money guarantee?
There's no details on it
Nothing yet. Okay. Yeah, we can just go. Pens.
Just double checking because I was given the. We good?
We're talking.
Okay, I saw this. I was
Pens.
gonna.
We're talking about Pens.
Do we?
wait.
Oh God.
Oh, you don't want to talk about the Pens? Oh. What are you doing? What are you doing? I have no idea what he's doing. What's going on here? Pens. The camera can't even see what you're doing. Well, no, it kind of can.
I need a spot to get behind the curtain.
Log that. Oh, that's a real. That's a real. Log that. Log that. Log that. Log that. That's a reel. That's a reel. I'm posting that as a reel.
It's what we're all thinking.
It's 2:37. Blow past the Pens. I'll blow past the Hawks.
Are we doing this?
We'll get this over with.
Ugly last couple games, eh?
I mean, yeah. I mean, just what's written there on the teleprompter.
Yeah.
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 I didn't even realize it was that bad.
Last 3
that
games.
bad.
Oh wait, let me turn my mic back on.
Last 3. 3-game
I
losing
turned it
streak.
off so I could
Last 3
re-clip
games.
Oh.
Losing by a combined score of 15-1.
In 3 games.
In 3 games. 10-0. Last 2 at home.
Yeah.
You know, Hayley, you haven't made your Tailgate Talks debut yet.
Michael Bunting.
There's a microphone right there.
6-0 loss at home versus the Caps. 5-1 loss at Boston.
Oh, she gonna do it.
4-0
Oh,
loss
she's doing it.
at home versus the Oilers.
She's doing it. You know what? You seem like a disgruntled Pens fan. Go ahead. You can have my chair for a second.
Hello? I'm coming on.
Yeah, just God.
So bad.
Yeah, I'm down.
I'm down too.
I hate the Pens.
Hate the
Yeah, go ahead. Your show.
Your show.
Okay. So, yeah, first time on Tailgate Talks. This is really scary, weird. They just left me. The Pens, let me just say, they are doing awful. But that's okay. You know, you win some, you lose some. I don't know what else to say. This is...
Talk about the trade.
The trade?
Your thoughts on the trade?
Oh, my thoughts on the trade? Like bunts and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm a huge Toronto Maple Leafs fan, so I love them. Like, I love Michael Bunting, and obviously then he went to Carolina, and now he's back with the Pens. I hope he can do good things for you guys back. You're just gonna...
I'm just waiting.
Okay.
His turn. Are we done? Was that 2 minutes? I think that was 2 minutes. No, I think that was 2 minutes.
It was 2 minutes. Word. Word.
All right. Bye, y'all.
God, what a terrible episode. What a terrible show. But yeah, so 15-1 combined in the last 3 games. Absolutely terrible. Next game is tomorrow. Yeah, March 12th at Ottawa, 7 p.m.
Yesterday.
Oh, yeah, yesterday when you guys are seeing this. So the Pens are currently 28, 27, and 8, which is good for 7th in the Metro and 8th worst overall in the entire league.
I mean...
And, you know, I'll talk about this real quick. I was going to talk about this more, but we've been, like, kind of spending a lot of time on topics today. Me and Mike have been talking about how Sully, there's a good chance that they don't make the playoffs this year, Sully's gone, which is an understandable case, but, guys, I don't think so.
I don't know.
And
man.
I don't know that it's really his fault anyway.
It's just such a talented team. You just kind of like, it's kind of like hard to tell like where they're going wrong. What does it say?
Yeah, I can't see it from there.
The Bears looking at the NFL.
Just watching the rest of the NFL.
But yeah, so we're going to just taking a look. Mike Johnston, the last Pens head coach, was fired halfway through his second season in the league after the Pens started 15-10-3 that year. At that point in his career, they were combined 58, 37, and 15. The year before, they made the playoffs and lost in the first round to the Rangers, 4-1. Sully came in year 2, finished the season 33, 16, and 5 to get the team to 48, 26, and 8. And they obviously won the first of the 2 back-to-back cups over San Jose, 4-2 in San Jose. Also, just wanted to add this in here to talk about this real quick because Jim Rutherford was absolutely ridiculous in adding players in this period. In this, like after Sully was brought in, before the deadline and everything, obviously Jim Rutherford brought in Nick Bonino, Eric Fair, Phil Kessel, Connor Sheary, and Ian Cole, and also re-signed Brian Dumoulin.
That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous line. That is a ridiculous line of players right there.
Traded with Toronto to get
It's a who- can I see it real quick?
why is my camera so zoomed in right now? Yeah, go ahead.
That is a ridiculous line of players.
Yeah, it is.
Dude.
But anyway, going back to my point of Sully not being fired this year, overall in his career, he's currently 365, 214, and 73 in the regular season, 44 and 38 in the playoffs, 2 Stanley Cup championships, obviously. Every year in his career so far, they have finished in the Metro second, third, first, third, fifth, and currently sitting at 7th. So the past 2 years have been the most rough, but he only missed the playoffs last year out of all those years, and presumably this year, obviously. But overall, I don't. I get that it was Rutherford that brought in all those players during his first season taking over for Johnston, but I really don't think that he's going to get fired. Pittsburgh also loves Mike Sullivan.
I don't. I mean, as a coach, there's only so much you can do. And, like, that team is just so...
Sure, we have talent, but it's old talent. We can't squeeze as much out of them as we used to. Thinking that we're going to get the same juice out of Letang and Malkin, I mean, Crosby is a different story because he's just different.
Big assist for Chris Letang the other day.
Yeah.
Huge assist
And that
to
one.
McDavid.
Oh, yeah.
First goal of the game.
Yeah.
Even the announcer said, like, the real assist should go to Chris Letang. I didn't watch the game, but I saw a tweet, and it said, Chris Letang with an insane assist to McDavid, to the best player in hockey coming 60 miles an hour downhill.
Who's actively trying not to score goals.
Yeah, he said he's not trying to score goals. He said, I'm just going to see how many assists I can get. And he scores 68 seconds into the game. In Pittsburgh. However, for me personally, as an Erie Otters fan, I'm honestly, I hate when the Pens lose, but that loss, the last 2 losses to the Oilers specifically, McDavid, Otters alum, and Knobloch, who coached the Otters to the Cup. So, the Knobloch effect is real.
I haven't
real.
watched the Pens since the Caps went up 3-0 on them this past weekend.
That was ugly, dude. I was at work and I was watching it.
I haven't watched the Pens since I turned that game off in like the beginning of the second period or whatever.
Not a pretty game. For them. However, I mean, this puts us.
You let Tom Wilson get a free breakaway.
Yeah,
when they were shorthanded.
Tom Wilson.
And score on it.
Tom Wilson. Everyone hates that guy. No one wants to see him score goals. Like, we let it happen. However,
when I said that's how they scored their first goal, and I said it was Tom Wilson, my dad's reaction was, the Goon? And I was like, yeah, the Goon.
The Goon.
The Goon himself.
The Goon, the freaking Goon.
However,
the man that epitomizes goons in the NHL.
Maybe we
all of hockey, actually.
Maybe we get more lottery entries.
That's what I'm
There's
saying.
some guys coming up.
Good.
Shout out Macklin Celebrini.
Yeah,
keep balling out, kid.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to speed through this real quick.
Oh, Mike wanted to cut this out, but we couldn't.
What?
The Hawks.
So, really, the only important thing to...
Sadiq Bey's out for the season.
Yeah. Sadiq Bey tore his ACL. He's out for the year.
Man.
Yikes.
Man.
But the DeAndre Murray's playing well without Trae Young. So, there's that.
DeJounte Murray, like I said a few episodes ago, he's always been a solid player.
Yeah, he's solid.
Just kind of keep up the pace of everything until you get Trae Young back.
Yeah.
Could be soon. Or should be soon.
But speaking of Trae, these next few seasons, there's a good chance he might get traded.
I'm not huge. I watch the NBA. I'm not huge into the NBA. I just don't know. With a guy like that, it just really depends on what you get in return.
And Trae might want to start winning soon with where he's at in his career. So,
basketball trades are a lot, I feel like they're just a lot more common than any other sport. Some of the basketball trades are just, insane.
Yeah, for sure.
Insane, some of the trades they pull off.
Yeah, but yeah, so Murray matched his career high the other night with 41 with a win, which is a low-scoring game for the NBA standards, 99-92. That's pretty low. So yeah, let's go Hawks. Next week, by the way, March Madness special. Bryson Landon will be here.
So excited.
We might try some new things. We don't know if it'll work yet, so stay tuned.
So
All right.
excited.
Today, it came out that T. Higgins requested a trade from the Cincinnati Bengals.
This is so interesting to me.
Yeah,
I mean, does he want to go? Does he want to go somewhere and be the number one?
probably. Come to Pittsburgh.
That's just such. That's a solid. I mean, dude, that's a solid team. I mean, without Burrow, for most of the year, they missed the playoffs this year. I mean, but dude, right after a Super Bowl appearance, I mean, and that was interesting to me that T. Higgins requested a trade. Be the number
They're
two.
not going to be able to pay him.
Yeah, they won't. No,
Like, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, it's just so hard to keep a guy that's that good at the number two
When you
spot
have to
below
pay another one that's even
below
better
Jamar
than that.
Chase. Yeah.
And a quarterback that's also really good.
So where do you think his highest potential teams are?
I mean, Pittsburgh.
Do you think Pittsburgh will pay him? You think
I just don't think we could, with the cap right now, I don't know that we could afford to pay him.
Yeah, probably not. Speaking of Pittsburgh, they were talking about trading Deontay Johnson. There's that.
Well, if you traded Deontay Johnson and a pick for T. Higgins,
that'd be insane. I wouldn't mind that.
I wouldn't mind it either. So.
I
Because
honestly
then we wouldn't have to pay the master of running backwards.
Nah. Yeah.
maybe
He didn't do that this year, at least.
knowing the way the
This year.
NFL goes, they're gonna find a way to get him to Kansas City.
Oh, it's probably going to happen.
Probably.
If you really
With
think
Chris
about
Jones' cap hit only being $4.7 mil this year,
in
or
Kansas City,
$7.4 mil.
Kansas City receiving wise, ever since Tyreek Hill went to Miami, they really don't. They don't have they have Rashee Rice. They have Rashee Rice who is solid.
They're probably
but
gonna
he's
draft,
not. Rashee Rice is a good receiver, but he's not a
They're probably
Jamar
gonna-
Chase, a T. Higgins. He's not that guy.
Well, they're going to have their pick of, like, Troy Franklin, Keon Coleman, Xavier Legette, the dude from, oh my God, what's his name? I can't remember his name now, but they're going to have their pick of the second tier of receivers below, like, Adunze, Neighbors, and MHJ, so. I think they're going to probably get a really solid one in the draft. If they get Keon Coleman, it'll be the first time that we see Patrick Mahomes have a true big outside jump ball X receiver type, which I would be very intrigued to see how that works.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting to see where T. Higgins ends up at.
Definitely going to be interesting. But yeah, so I forget if it's T or his agent, but one of them said that T definitely wanted to stay with the Bengals, but they haven't had any long-term contract discussions since like March of 23 with the team. So that's from Adam Schefter. So T. Higgins got tired of it.
Yeah.
Last bit of free agency news. Mac Jones.
Yeah.
McCorkle Jones has been traded to Jacksonville, meaning that the other 31 teams in the National Football League get to take the biggest collective sigh of relief ever known to man. Patriots receive a 2024 sixth-rounder in exchange for McCorkle. Sorry. I keep forgetting to call him by his real name.
Here comes the next Tom
that's
Brady.
number 192. So,
That's the next Tom Brady.
Mac Jones about to have a match.
guys, please, McCorkle.
Mac Jones.
Is that really his name?
No.
Oh.
Mac Jones is about to have a match with Chris Jericho now.
Yeah.
Join Le'Veon Bell and AB and start boxing. Start fighting.
Well, Lev wants to come back to the Steelers.
Do it. Do it.
He said he'd basically do it
I
for free,
I
too.
just heard Joe in the studio.
So did I. He said he'd basically do it for no money, so
Yeah.
For no money? For
basically nothing, yeah.
$25 in a bag of chips? You got it, buddy.
Let's go.
I mean, that's what the Titans got for Kevin Byard, so.
Yeah. True. That's true. That's true.
But
Yeah.
it's about what every other team gets when.
Swear.
Well, it's about what we get when we trade away someone from the Pirates.
$25 in a bag of chips.
Yep.
In that case, a bag of sunflower seeds. A little bit more
Wait.
expensive.
Yeah.
Now, to my understanding, I believe MLB The Show comes out next week.
Yeah, the 19th. I have it pre-downloaded.
Hard.
Let's go. I'm staying up all night and playing it.
Yeah, but I have it pre-downloaded on the Xbox already, so.
That's what's up.
Well, Coach Fernandez and I already established that like week before camp that you guys have, when there's like that week of just like time that everyone has off, me and him are just going to get on box together and just no life NCAA football for like a straight week.
That's
in Dynasty.
awesome.
Take
That's
the Liberty
awesome.
Flames to the CFP.
Yes, sir.
Yes. All right. Real quick, once again, my elbow cracked. March 20th, next week, the March Madness special, technically our second edition, but the first edition for Tailgate Talks official. Bryson Lennon will be here. And,
Yes.
yes. I'm gonna try to repeat. I have to wear these for 2 weeks in public. Which, by the way, real quick, I should at least be allowed to take this off when I'm playing baseball, because I'm gonna get hit.
Oh,
in the
yeah,
head.
no.
Okay, I was gonna say I'm gonna get hit in the head if I wear these.
Yeah, no doubt. Cut that off the end.
Yeah, mark that. Mark that.
I don't think I'm allowed to say that.
Yep. Good night, America.